Yes? Who's it? Don.
Alright everybody, what's up? This is my first custom cape and it is done for my homeboy ODC, that's me. This is my Batman actually. This is the first one I did for myself. I did it about a year and a half ago. As you can see up top on his cowl, there's a little bit of, I'll move under the light. You can see where I ended up going over it with matte finish paint so it would kind of match his cowl, but it wasn't as successful as I wanted it to be because I kind of overdid the glue. I don't know if you can see that, it's a little messy. Anyway, that's mine. Here's yours. Look at all that. That is the full length of the cape. So you went from that bullshit right there to this awesome, magical, actual Batness. Now if you look up top on his cowl, there's no slop because I learned from, experience. You can actually just take off the whole cowl after you cut down the cape. So he actually has a cowl with his mask, and then now he has the cape. This is the lighter, more versatile, malleable cape material I was talking about because it just works better with these kind of figures. It flows a little bit better, as you can see. Not that Batman's going to be spinning around, but it just looks nicer, So, there is your Batman, sir. Alright, so this is on the, technically it would be your right, is mine. The left is ODC's. What I want to talk to you about first is the cape. The way to get the cape to drape the perfect way is you have to fold it over like the way you see it there. If you paid attention to a lot of the comics, Batman always has these like shoulder points, and the way you achieve that easily with fabric is you see that little almost like a triangle piece that I cut? It adds to the wing shape if you just pull out one of the points, just pull it out to the left or right of him. or if you want to just keep his hands covered without folding over the cape all the time. You know, it's the trick that allows the cape to drape properly. Now, in the past, see, I did this on my, this was my substitute Crime Stopper Batman, if you want to call him that. But this was, I was able to do it differently with him, because if you look at his cowl, which you'll see in a second, it flares out further, or it goes out further to his shoulder, so it allows the material to just hang, you know? And you can see it's not perfect. This is actually probably one of the, I don't want to say the second one I did, but it's got a similar feel to it. It's got a longer, like I said, the black and gray, you know, Batman Legacy, they started having smaller cowls. You see how long or wide this cowl is? I mean, it literally hits both points on his shoulders, the very ends of his shoulders. Whereas the Batman Legacy version, it just sits directly in the center. So it's cool for customizing, because you just lift that up, put the cape underneath it, glue it back down, and there you go. I didn't even have to pop the head off of yours. But with, you know, the others, and I kind of wish they kept doing this with all of them, they should have made the cowl a little bit longer. It also helps make the cape hang down properly. But as you can see, I found a way around that with the way that I've cut the capes and the way that, you know, you fold the capes. And this way, when you have him on display looking thorough, getting ready to fight, you know, whoever, he will look the part even more so. I mean, some of this will just happen based on the way the cape is cut, but that's a tip to make it a little bit better. Okay, one of the beautiful things about custom capes is that the capes now are posable, and, you know, they allow you to kind of put your figure in positions that you normally couldn't put them in, you know, stock. So, you know, say I was playing with my DC Superheroes, you know, classic S3 Sculpt Batman, you know, as much as I love this thing, the cape prevents him from getting all the way in there, you know what I'm saying? And that sucks, because he would be perfect with this Batmobile, you know? Same thing with this one, he'd be perfect with this one too, you know? It's just color-wise, you know, like I was saying before, you can only do so much. Like, I can only force him in here so much. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can only force him in there so much. So the idea would be that now that I'm making these custom capes, you know, you can do whatever you want with them. Batman can jump in here. All you do is you put the capes together like so and jump him in there. And because he's Batman, he will fit. And it's perfect. There's nothing else to complain about. Perfect. You see how, like, you can even see him in the cockpit. I'm trying to get some more light on there so you can see what I'm talking about. See him? There you go. That's Batman in there. So it's one of those things where, you know, I remember someone mentioned that the only thing that was lacking in my video the last time about the actual, you know, Batmobiles was that I never showed him in the actual Batmobile. So now you got that. Also, say you wanted to, you know how in the show, the cockpit would always open and then Batman would just be like, and jump out. There you go. You know, and you know we're dorks, so we're gonna do all that stuff. But just, you know, a little something extra to show you that, you know, you guys need to see that this really adds to the value of your Batman figures. You know what I'm saying? It really makes him come alive. It really makes the figure look like more than just a little action figure. Because, I mean, you notice that, like, Japanese toys, they come with cloth capes. The freaking Mafex Batman, cloth cape. Why did they do that? Because it's more authentic. It makes the figure feel more like the real deal and less like a cheap substitute or something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, keep that in mind. There's a lot of value in having your Batman have a cloth cape and actually be able to do things. Posability is a big deal because a lot of times you lose posability when you have a hard rubberish, plasticish cape, but you're not losing that here because everything is malleable, it's posable, it's you know, soft, you can get it out the way. And it's durable. That's the other thing, you know. The material that we're using is pretty durable. So, you know, keep that in mind. So, anyway, that's it for me. You guys have been great. Thanks for being my first customer, ODC. Yeah, look for more on these capes. I'll be posting every time I do another one. I'm gonna try and post a little bit of progress on them or something, or pictures on my Facebook page or on the DCUC Facebook page, so you guys can see what's, you know, what's going on here in the asylum. And yeah, that's about it for me. So anyway, that's my little review or my little featurette on my custom capes. And if you want one, like I said, hit me up here on YouTube, or hit me up on Facebook. I've left my link in the comments, but well, not the comments, but the description. And also in my video specifically for the advertising the capes, I left all my contact information. You know, you guys can find it also on my Lord Nephilim page at DeviantArt. And as always, you guys have been great. I will catch you later. Peace outside.